Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. So I'm doing VRs today. Came across this VR that Amethyst Ascension did to Rhiannon at Rhiannon Rambles. It's hashtag Wanderlust Decks. And I printed it off. There's like 1, 2, 7, 8. I think there's 12 original prompts, and then she added Amethyst Ascension, added 4, and then I, of course, added 1. So there's a lot of decks here, and I have 20 minutes to show them to you before my phone cuts off. So we're getting into it. First deck is the Backpacker, a deck that's adventurous, practical, and versatile. And the first deck I thought of is the Omega Land Tarot. It's by US Games. This is a, what do you call it? A prepper, doomsday prepper deck, kind of deck. It also is a game. It comes with game rules. I've never played the game, but this is the backs. And everybody's got backpacks in this deck. There's a backpack, there's storing food, and that's literally the first thing I thought of was this deck. Like, it's different, it's crazy, it's a little out there, yeah. So, yeah. I don't ever hardly pull this out. I should. It's really interesting. This would be a good deck for, like, world events and stuff, I think. But that is the Omega Land Tarot deck and card game. Tarot deck and card game. And it says it right on the box. Okay. Next. Number 2, the Cruiser, a deck that's relaxing, luxurious, and enjoyable. Where you at? This is just the first one I grabbed. This is the second edition of the Meraki Tarot. It's luxurious. It's just amazing cardstock. And it's borderless. And it's freaking beautiful. Of course, the Death card. That's my favorite card. There's a lot of extra little Oracle decks in here, or cards in here, too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. It's luxurious. It's stunning. I love sitting here just shuffling it and playing with it. The first one I've really broken. I really haven't used this second edition, but I have both, so... And I have the huge book it came with. Everything is green. That's my favorite color. And stunning. And I freaking love it. That's deck 2. Deck 3. The Road Tripper. A deck that's spontaneous, fun, and full of surprises. And I love the Zombie Tarot. This is that deck for me. It's amazing. I paid $14 for this on Amazon. I cannot believe... I paid $14 for it. But I love this deck. If I ever need a good laugh, this is it. It's beautiful. The cardstock is nice. It reads fantastic. And, yeah. I love it. 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 I love it so much. So that is the Zombie Tarot. For my fun and fantastic deck. The Explorer. A deck that's curious, daring, and open-minded. And I've got the mini, and this box just keeps trying to fall apart, of the Next World Tarot. This box is a one piece that folds up, and it just keeps trying to fall out. I might have to put this in a pouch. It's the mini Next World Tarot. This is the first deck I thought of when I thought of that prompt. And I'm like, makes sense. Fits perfectly. I love it. You know what? I just saw something that was in a dream. Oh, it was from this deck. Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm going to have to explore this a little more. Maybe I should be thinking of this as a dreamer deck, because I do have a lot of, like, apocalyptic dreams and stuff. Huh. Interesting. So that is the Next World Tarot for my daring and open-minded deck, the Explorer. So the Tourist, a deck that's popular, accessible, and well-known. And, of course, that's going to be a Smith-Waite Tarot deck because everybody, and this is published by U.S. Games, everybody knows that the RWS, everybody knows the RWS. Everybody's comfortable with RWS. When people, even if people don't use this specific RWS, they know what it is. They know, if you're going to learn, and I always get the Borderless because that's my fave, but, yeah. Gonna use the Borderless. The RWS is it's the one everybody knows. It's the one everybody's comfortable with. Even if you're not comfortable with the images, you know what this deck is. I don't like reading with RWS, but yet I have 4 or 5 of these. So, everybody knows what it is. That is the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. This is the Borderless edition. I do still also have the, and I left a couple cards in there. Centennial also. Yeah. Okay. That's the Tourist, the Local, a deck that's authentic, familiar, and close to home. And that is going to be my Light Seekers. It's published by Chris Ann, and Hay House. And they're getting ready, I think it's August 22nd, getting ready to come out with the pocket size. I'm all about it. I edge it in green. This is my soul deck. If I could never have any other decks but this one. This would be it. It saw me through the pandemic. We've had some good times. We've had some bad times. And I love it. This is a deck I can put down and 6 months later pick it up. And we literally pick up the conversation where we left off. And that's my soul deck. I love it. Okay, so that was the Local, the Jet Setter, a deck that is glamorous, sophisticated, and worldly. And I say worldly just because this is the Elemental Wisdom. This is by Taroteca Studio. It comes from Poland. And just, it's stunning, it's elegant. It's everything you want in a deck. It's glamorous, luxurious. That's an extra card there. The wrong card, but... it is stunning, 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 stunning. I love it to pieces. I love it. Hardcore. This is my favorite, one of my favorite cards in there. I love that green ocean back there. It's just stunning. It's a stunning deck. They do quality work. Quality. I saw this on Tarot Oracle's channel. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I need it. And it was edged into Silk Meadows also. Already, it's just glorious. Glorious. So that's my Jet Setter. The Nomad, a deck that's free-spirited, independent, and adaptable. And I have the Neoteric Feminine Tarot by Weispel. This is I saw it on Kickstarter after I saw it on Amazon for like 15 bucks. It was on sale. But apparently before that it was a Kickstarter. But it's gold edged. It's papery cardstock. But Couples Like a Dream. And it's very RWS. I love the colors in this deck. So hard. I don't know why this flipped over. I love the colors in this deck. I love that it's modern. I love that it was cheap enough that I feel comfortable as it being an RWS deck. Just throw it in my purse and take it wherever. If it gets messed up, I can purchase another one. But it's very RWS, very beautiful. I love the colors, and I've used it quite often. And it's yeah, Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Beautiful. That's my Nomad. So the Culture Vulture, a deck that's diverse, educational, and enriching. And that's going to be my Journey of the Sacred Bee. Because this, I've said many times, is my Hierophant. Every time I get this deck out, I learn something. Love the edging. Love the backs. I have all 3 of Kelly Burton's decks. They're amazing. This was the first in the line. People keep saying it's a Thoth-based deck. I don't read Thoth, but I read this deck, and it reads beautifully. It's stunning, stunning artwork. Just stunning. And I love it. 2 pieces. 2 pieces. And I'm using it for my Deacon Walk also, because if it is Thoth-based, then it gives you a little bit different perspective than the regular RWS. And I love it. Moving right along, the Volunteer, a deck that's compassionate, helpful, and altruistic. And that would be my New Chapter Tarot by Catherine Briggs. It's a Liminal 11 deck. I got this because I'm like, for some reason I need a Liminal 11 deck. I don't know why, but none of the decks up to this point I was attracted to. I hated all of them. Love the book. It's hardback. It's a smaller, it's more like poker card size. I got this on a whim, got it in the mail, and I fell instantly in love. And again, this is another supposed Thoth-based deck. And I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I like Thoth. I don't know. I've never read Thoth. So I have a Thoth deck, but other than these two. But the colors in it are gorgeous. I've read this. This is a mediumistic read for me. It's crazy accurate. And I love it. 2 pieces. I've done personal shadow work with it also. Not shadow work, but like personal growth work. It's amazing. Amazing for that. And every time, again, it's another one. Every time I pull it out, I'm learning something. Okay, so next we have the Solo Traveler, a deck that's introspective, self-reliant, and empowering. And that is, for me, the Tarot of Oneness. This is a indie deck as well, as the Sacred Bee is. I've not been saying where they're from or nothing, but everybody knows. Peach edging. The back's gorgeous. I'm uploading a video now that I talked about this deck. This card is the reason I bought this deck. If you want to know why, go watch my walkthrough. This deck haunted me. I was like, I don't want you. I don't really need you. And then I saw, every time I turn around, Lisa Pepez was pulling this deck out, and I'm like, stop it! Because it was just like, you do want me. And then I get it, and I went through the cards, and by the time I was done with it, I was in love. And I'm like, I love the coloring. I love there's so many cards in here that I'm just like, drawn to on a deep, emotional, personal level. And I love it. Love it. That is the Tarot Oneness. It really has helped me get in touch with some things that really needed to be get in touch with. Beautiful. Okay, the Dreamer. This is the last of the original post also. The Dreamer, a deck that's imaginative, creative, and visionary. And I chose the Tarot Mystical Moments. This is a US Games deck. I talked about that. Wheel of Fortune. In one of the other videos I did earlier today. It comes, silver edged. It's like oracle size. It's stunning. That's all I can say. It's stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. The oracle deck was on my list for a long time, and then I just happened to kind of accidentally fall into this deck that I had no intention of getting. And I got it, and it was immediate love. It was like, what is happening right now? Like, it was pulling out all kinds of emotional stuff for me. And when a deck does that, I have to listen to it because I'm not an emotional person. So when it opens that up for me, it's something to pay attention to. And this deck did that. And then, of course, I had to go and get the Oracle, and I have not resonated with it at all. And I'm like, what is happening? That's crazy. I just spent a card, I think. That kind of ripped. That's weird. Okay. So the Amethyst Ascension ones that she added, the Staycationer, a deck that is homey, familiar, and not very social. And I chose the Herbcrafters Tarot. That's by US Games. I love this deck. I love it for the fact that there's so much green, first of all. It's my favorite color. The backs are gorgeous. This is by US Games also. When I got this deck, and I love, the cardstock is luxurious. I think it's different than their typical US Games cardstock, but I love it. When I got this deck, it was like, yeah, that makes sense for that, or that makes sense for that. And I couldn't figure out why. Why do I know these specific herbs are perfect for that particular person in the deck or whatever? And then I figured out it was a past life issue coming through. Like, somehow this deck keeps me in touch with a past life where I did things with herbs. And it's like I remember how to work those herbs and stuff like that with this deck. And it's just, it's very eerie. But at the same time, it's the reason I love this deck. Gets me in touch with that past self. Okay, the Time Traveler, a deck that takes you to the other times and past lives. What? Yeah, that will be my Stretch Tarot. Because I've done so many past life readings with this deck. This specific one not. I have the original. This one's the new one that came out last year on my playing cards. It's a linen cardstock. I've done so many past lives readings with this deck, it's not even funny. Gained unimaginable insight with this deck. It's just insane. How many things, how many places I've been with this deck. And it boggles my mind that this one deck unlocked so many things for me. And I love it. And as soon as I got it, I knew, oh, and there's two extra cards, and there's an extra Magician in the original, and then there's an extra Two of Swords and an extra Wheel of Fortune in this as well, in this one. So, even more reason to have it. Okay. The Stargazer, a deck that can take you to new galaxies and explore cosmic energies. And that, to me, would be the Guardian Tarot. This is by Red Feather. This feels very alien to me. Very alien. I've edged it. It's beautiful. I love it. Feels very alien to me. And if I want to open up that kind of portal, if you will, this is the deck I reach for. And the next one. So that's gorgeous. That's the Guardian Tarot. To the left. Okay. The Jumper. A deck that takes you through portals to different dimensions. And I've talked about this one recently. This is a newer one. Universal Fantasy Tarot. Blow Scare Barrel. This one feels like John Carter, the movie John Carter. It feels like I'm on Mars. And I just laughed because the last time I talked about it, I talked about Bassoon, because in the movie, if you've seen it, I forget if either Mars is Bassoon or Earth is considered Bassoon, but you keep hearing these little alien beings, Bassoon, Bassoon, and I'm like, that's what I feel like in this deck. Like I've entered this other planet, and I'm the odd man out, and all this weird things are going on, and I'm just like, it's their normal. And to me, that looks like a portal opening up also. It's very cool. Very, very cool deck. And it's stunning as well. Stunning. Before I run out of time, I've got very little time left. Last one is the one I added. It is the bilingual deck. I just added the bilingual deck because I wanted to show this deck off. It is the Tarot of Japanese Poetry. This deck was a Kickstarter. It was in it's beautiful. It's got poetry in it. It was in, oh my gosh. Okay, and so this deck started out in the Ukraine, and then the war broke out in the Ukraine, and they had to smuggle the prints of this deck out to another country. so they could get the deck printed. And it traveled a long way. I think they finally got it to China and found a printer there to get it printed. But it's traveled, it's like a world traveler, this deck. So I feel like it's picked up all these other languages along the way. And I love, for some reason, it must be another past life thing coming in for me, because I love Japanese poetry. And I'm a writer. There's poems or haikus in every card. It is stunning, stunning. And I don't use it quite that often just because of that willow tree. It's so stunning and so beautiful. And the story behind it finally getting to my hands that I never thought would happen because of what was going on just is miraculous and beautiful. And I love it. Love it. So that is all my prompts from, oh my gosh. It's hashtag Wonderlust Decks by Rhiannon Rambles. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a great night. Bye.